I be?
Welcome. I am Cooper Ray, the author of Bill of Rights for the American Man: Manners, Style, Conversation, and Handling Your Liquor. All things that you should know, don't you agree? We are filming this very first episode of my new web series, Cordially Cooper, in the billiards room of a good family friend, which will work into things that we talk about later. This is not my house, but I'm welcome here. Thank you, Mrs. Cloud. So, Bill of Rights for the American Man is entering its third edition, I'm happy to say. And so the great people at YouTube said, why don't you make a webisode? Webisodes. So that's what we're doing here. So this is the first, and I'm just going to lay out the introduction of what the book is about. And then we will do each series, each chapter as we go through. So the first thing that you should know that I always talked about, first of all, it began as a blog, and the thing that I always talked about on Social Primer was that you don't have to be rich to live the good life. It's a pretty ballsy thing to say for a boy from Alabama, but if you do what I say in the book, listen to what I have to say, what to wear, what to say, how to talk, what to drink, you'll be welcome in all these places too. At least that's my hope. Not a guarantee, because who's going to prove it? Okay, so what I've done is I've taken all the old etiquette books from everyone from George Washington to Emily Post, which I think are woefully dense with information that you don't really need in everyday life. And I've whittled that down to 10 things that you actually can use to succeed. There's not a mistake in saying that Social Primer rhymes with Social Climber, because who doesn't want to climb? It's America after all. But do what I say and do what the book says and read along and laugh and enjoy, and you too can be sitting in this billiards room one day. So, anyway, all right, so I'm going to run through the introduction. There are 10 of these Bill of Rights, and it's spelled R-I-T-E-S, rights, as in rites of passage. So number one, which I think is the most important thing that you can do, and it's a man stands. A man stands to shake a hand. A man stands when a lady enters the room. A man stands when an elder enters the room. It is a confident display of very good etiquette and a very well-mannered person. So, number two is say your name. All these seem so simple and common sense, but I've come to learn that common sense is not common. That's why we have the book here. So, say your name. How many times do you go into a party and everyone goes, hi, I'm Carter, hey, I'm Joe, hey Carter, Carter. Say your full name. I am Cooper Ray. It's proud of your family, it tells people who you are, and it makes people remember you. Number three is the art of conversation. I kind of tell you how to survive not only a cocktail party, but things that you should have ready in your arsenal, from newspapers to read to appropriate topics of conversation. I bet you always wondered about what people talk about mixed company. Well, mixed company generally means men and women. It can also mean many other things. But I tell you how to be appropriate in mixed company. Number four is everyone's favorite, handle your liquor, or it'll handle you. And we've emblazoned it on t-shirts and koozies. It's a very popular chapter. And in it, I basically take you through a field test from what I call a Jack Daniels foot soldier. I tell you my mistakes so that you can avoid them. It's funny, it's irreverent, but it's also very factual. You'll thank me, trust me. Number five is table manners. Now, before you groan, I don't really give a damn where the shrimp fork goes. I just want you to be proper. I want you to be able to have a meal without thinking that something is wrong, that you're not doing it right. The key to this book is don't ever turn down an invitation to something because you're embarrassed or because you're not confident or you're intimidated. I want you to have the tools that people that were born and bred with it have. Again, I was born on a dirt road in Alabama. So if I can do it, you can do it. So what I do is I take you through the basics of table manners, what to order off the menu if you're at a job interview, things that will make you seem more sophisticated and more civilized and help you. You don't want to be distracted. You know, you don't want the person that you're talking to be distracted by bad manners, which goes for everything in the book. All right, so number six, be pleasant. Seems so simple. How many times do you get up to go out and someone's like "Wah," in a crabby mood. My rule is, if you're in a bad mood, stay home. If you go out into what we call society, be pleasant, be on your best behavior, entertain, give something to the group, all right? Number 7 is compliment with caution. This one I'm really guilty of myself. I have a problem when someone walks in the room, particularly like a beautiful woman who's dressed to impress, and I say, "Oh my God, you look so amazing." What I've come to realize is that a compliment to one woman is an insult to the rest. Whether it's men, women, whatever you fancy. It's just kind of keep it to yourself and say it privately. No one wants like an orgy of approbation, you know. So that's number 7. Number 8 is a man holds the door. Gay, straight, questioning, confused. A man holds the door for a woman, for a man, your elder. For it's a show of respect, and it means a lot in the world. And so just hold the door wherever you're in New York City or if you're in a country barn. Hold the door. Number 9, and this one's even more esoteric, but it's important. And I say a man hugs the curb. It's an old rule where a man should walk on the outside of a woman. He should be near the curb. And it comes from when horse and buggies would splash mud on you and you want to protect the woman's dress. Like I say, we're in this 2015. What does it matter? I see a well-dressed couple walking down King Street in Charleston. They look fantastic. If the man's walking on the inside of the woman, I judge him. I'm sorry. People do. And finally, number 10, this day and age, hang up the phone. We all have phones. There are lifelines, whether we're texting or checking, da-da-da. If you're at a dinner party or you're with someone that needs your attention, put the phone down. If you're a doctor on call, inform your hostess. But put the phone away when you're in company. All right, so those are the 10 Bill of Rights. And then we ended off with a few diagrams that help you out. I give you an evening dress guide. And remember that everything I talk about in this book is how you present yourself to society, quotation marks. It tells you how to dress proper in black tie, how to wear what we call the Charleston tuxedo I'm wearing now. What is white tie? How to wear the proper suit, all right? There's also how to tie a bow tie, duh. And then we have how to write a proper thank you note. We have how to answer an RSVP. As you climb in society, you're going to get an invitation that doesn't have a reply card. What do? I tell you what to do. All right? And then finally, and probably most importantly, to live the good life, is how to be a good guest. How to act, how to be, to ensure that you're invited back. There's lots of tricks of the trade. Number 1 being a guest doesn't act like a guest. More in the book, okay? So that's a very quick preview of what's to come. I hope that you'll come back, grab yourself a drink. My preference is always Scotch on the rocks. And come join us for the web series. And thanks for tuning in.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me.